Hello students, let us learn chapter number 3 of history, the Delhi Sultans. In this chapter, we are going to learn the story of Delhi. In the previous lessons, we have learned that the region of Kaveri Delta became the center of large kingdom. But did you fail to notice that there was no mention of Delhi anywhere? Yes, students, there was no mention of Delhi anywhere because it became an important center only after the 12th century. Delhi became the capital under the kingdom of Tomar Rajputs, who were defeated by the Chauhans, referred to as Chahamanas. Muslim rule in India was established by Muhammad Ghuri in the 12th century CE. Ghuri appointed Qutbuddin Aibak, who was a slave to him, as the viceroy of his Indian conquest. After he died in 1206 CE, his viceroys declared themselves as independent rulers of the region they governed. Qutbuddin Aibak claimed the Indian territories, which included Punjab, Sindh, the Indo-Gangetic Plains, and the present-day Bihar and Bengal. He established his capital at Delhi. With the accession of Qutbuddin Aibak to the throne of Delhi begins the history of the Delhi Sultanate in India. The 5 successive dynasties that rule over Delhi for about 300 years are the Slave dynasty, which ruled from 1206 to 1290 century. Then comes the Khaljis, who ruled from 1290 to 1320 century. Then comes the Tughlaqs from 1320 to 1399 century. Then followed by Sayyids from 1414 to 1451 century. And the last dynasty was of the Lodhis, ruled from 1451 to 1526 century. This is the list of the rulers of Delhi who ruled under the successive dynasties. We will be learning about them one by one in detail. Now let us learn about the Turkish rulers or the slave dynasty. The reign of the Qutbuddin Aibak was one of the greatest reign of the Delhi Sultanate period. He was originally a slave and a native of the Turkestan. He was prime force behind the victory of Muhammad Ghuri in the second battle of Tarain against Prithviraj Chauhan. He used marriages to strengthen his position. Now, how is that? He married the daughter of Yildiz, the governor of Karman, that is present-day Iran. He had his sister married to Qabacha, the governor of the Sindh, and he had his daughter married to Iltutmish, the man who succeeded him to the throne of Delhi Sultanate after his death. So, what he did by this? He used to make his position more stronger by making the relationship by either marrying the daughter of some other place or giving his daughter to a greater ruler. So, this is how you use marriages to strengthen his position. Iltutmish, his son-in-law, succeeded him to the throne of Delhi Sultanate. Qutbuddin Aibak built 2 mosques, the Quwwatul Islam Mosque in the Delhi and the Dhai Din Ka Jhopda in Ajmer. He started working on Qutub Minar, but he could not complete it, and he died in 1210 century. Iltutmish took over the throne amidst great opposition in 1210 century. He assumed the title of Shamsuddin, which means son of the religion. He faced many challenges, but he proved his worth to be the ruler of the Delhi Sultanate. After his death, his daughter Razia Sultan took over the throne of Delhi over her brothers, who proved to be an ineffective ruler. Mihnaj-e-Siraj has wrote about the kingdom of Razia Sultan in detail. He was a great follower and an admirer of Razia Sultan. He has criticized that even being she was a woman, there is no right to men to deny any kind of acceptance to a woman ruler. Razia reign was followed up by a period of instability because nobody was ready to accept her as the ruler of Delhi. So she faced lot of opposition from the group of forties and Turkish nobles and the military leaders who now control the entire politics of Delhi. After Razia Sultan, her younger brother Nasruddin was put on the throne, but the real power lay in the hands of his guardian Ghiyasuddin Balban. For 20 years, Balban managed the empire on behalf of Nasruddin. On Nasruddin's death in 1266 century, Balban declared himself Sultan of Delhi. He died. He was a very stern man who believed in the policy of iron and blood. He was a very cruel ruler of Delhi. He died in 1218 century and was succeeded by his grandson. But his death has actually weakened the entire empire of the Delhi Sultanate, ultimately leading to the collapse of the slave dynasty. Soon a new dynasty came to power in Delhi known as the Khaljis. For today, till here only. We'll be learning about the Khalji dynasty in our next class. Thank you, students. Have a great day. Keep reading the chapter. It's very important. Thank you.